When we came up with the idea of trying to see if we knew how to release some records, basically. At the same time, and previous to that, I had been booking small independent bands into a club in North London, and I got Richard down to see, you know, a lot of the bands, and we both felt that something was happening. There's a lot of good bands around, a lot of which were being ignored at the time. Previous to the independent distribution, you know, we'd both like worked in record shops and had a really quite broad musical background. And it's all that combination of knowledge and being at that point in contact with those bands and with that going on that we thought we'd have a go at releasing something.
Paul had been booking them into his club, and I'd actually seen them without knowing, even before that we were going to do anything about be a record company. I'd seen them in this club, and I walked out after sort of 2.5 songs. I just didn't get it, and I just absolutely hated them. I thought,
which is 1.5 songs more than a lot of people.
Yeah, and I thought, this is the band that's just so off the wall. And I caught them by mistake about 2 months later, because I didn't know what the name of the band was. And I remembered the songs, and I thought that's got to be a really good thing about a band, if you can sort of like hate a band and sort of like, you know, you've seen 3 songs and then suddenly realise that you remember the songs. It's got to be really good. And I stayed and watched, and I couldn't believe what I saw. I just saw this band that was just so enthralling, you know, that just kept me, you know, and a number of other people. There was no midway ground on the Faithless at that time. It was all pre-noisy guitar bands, and you either loved them or you hated them.
PJ Harvey thing was a cassette which I got. I didn't like the name very much. I didn't like the cover of the cassette. It like sat in my lounge waiting to be heard for 2 or 3 weeks. And when I finally heard it, it was so completely different from anything else I was hearing demo-wise at the time. That it stood out completely, because, and in that respect, it was difficult to know if it was something we should get involved with, because it was certainly not indie, you know what I mean? So, and we just got involved with them, got them up to play, and saw what they were all about, and met them. I said earlier about, you know, how important it was meeting people. And very, very quickly we got involved with them, and uninvolved with them.
I've been trying to show you over and over. Look at these, my childbearing hips. at these, my ruby red, ruby lips. Look at these, my work strong arms. And you've got to see my bottle full of charm. I lay it all at your feet. You turn around and say back to me. He said, Sheila again, Sheila again. You exhibitionist. Sheila again, Sheila again. You exhibitionist.
The first record that came out was that demo version that was on that very first cassette. I think the cassette I got was Dress and Sheila a Gig. So I guess in hindsight, it's not surprising I was quite impressed.
He said, Sheila again, Sheila again. You exhibitionist. Said, Sheila again, Sheila again. You exhibitionist.
Stereolab we came across because I reckon Joe from the Faces is a bit of a cheapskate, really. It was my birthday and they'd done a single which he'd played drums on and we didn't know, and he gave me a copy of it and said, oh, you know, hope you like this, it's something I've been doing, and then came up to me a week later and said, they're looking for a label, what did you think of the single? And to confess, I hadn't played it. But what subsequently happened was that I was listening to the radio one Sunday and Gary Crowley played that first single and I thought, oh, I really like this. So I went back and played the whole record. I thought, yeah, I love this. I think this is excellent. As I went to Paul and said, I think we should sign this band, and he came to me and said, no, we should sign PJ Harvey. And it was like, all right, what do we do? Well, we signed both of them.
Young, enthusiastic people is always much more exciting than working with people who've done it all before. So TooPure were just starting then, and we were like the second band on the label, and for us we were just finding things out about ourselves. So we both were, and it worked really well because, you know, TooPure signed PJ Harvey and they became a kind of important label with a name, and I think that helped us, and I think us who were becoming more popular sort of helped them, and it all came together, and I think that's the most healthy way and the best way to go about things. You know, you're both interdependent, and I think it's bad for a group to be too dependent on a label and vice versa, I think.
I'm really proud that we have done is that, you know, be it from PJ Harvey and Stereolab right at the start, sort of like when, you know, when those bands departed, we weren't negative about it. It was like, well, they've made a contribution to us, we made a contribution to them, and so, you know, it's like let's look for tomorrow. Let's sort of, you know, find the next wave of bands, which we did with, you know, with Seafood and with Pram and Voodoo Queens, and again this year we've come up with another new couple of bands that, you know, we're really proud of.